Okay, guys, good morning, good evening, good day. Depending on the time you're catching this broadcast, it's your boy Pedro again. Oh, it's been a while. Yeah, been down with some technical challenges, been unable to come up with a frequent update like I used to do before. So, hope you guys have been having a lovely, amazing bull run so far. Hope you've been trading safely. So I'm here to give you a weekly roundup of what transpired in the markets, in the past 1 week, past 1 week of trading. So as you already know, just in case you do not know this, but the trading week commences on Sunday night slash Monday morning, 12 midnight UTC, 12 midnight UTC of Monday morning, and that is the commencement of the day by 12 midnight, and then ends 12 midnight the following week. So it is 12 midnight UTC, which is 1 a.m. Nigerian time. It is basically UTC time is like, I don't know, seems like GMT. Maybe you can go check that out, but it seems to tally with the GMT time. So if you're in Nigeria, that is plus, you need to add +1 to that time. That is 1 a.m. Nigerian time, and it seems to be like GMT +0. So UTC seems to be like GMT +0. So that is when the trading week starts, and that is the commencement of the trading day as well. So it commences 12 a.m., 12 midnight, or 12 a.m. UTC, and then it terminates, the trading day terminates 12 midnight the following day, after 24 hours. So I'm here to give you the weekly roundup, the highlights, what has happened in the week from August 9th to August 16th or 15th. Okay, so first of all, I want to congratulate the bulls. First of all, it's been the task was to close above 45k, which seems to be the upside of this the upper boundary of this of the top side of the consolidation. We've been in an almost 3 months consolidation between the 30k and the 42k territory, like I've always referred to, and based on this chart and this analysis is played out so well, almost inch perfect analysis. So if you've been following me from my YouTube channel and my Twitter, if you've come across me or you followed me by mistake, then you have not missed anything. You and I would agree that this has been playing out perfectly to the grace of God, by the grace of God. So I've always referred to them as excuse me, I've always referred to them as regions rather than levels. If you see levels to be, if you see horizontal support and resistance to be levels, you would be missing out on the whole lot, and you would be there will be so many lapses in your analysis, which would cost you thousands, possible millions of dollars. You're gonna be playing like an amateur. You need to play like a professional that you are. The difference between professional and amateurs is the fact that we look at this horizontal levels as horizontal structures, if I may say, as regions rather than levels. So you can see that we got, after almost 3 months of consolidation, the bulls decided to take matters into their own hands. They decided that it was game over and they wanted to break out. So this happened. I've mention of this in my last broadcast. I'm going to be posting it in the description link or wherever platform you're going to be seeing this broadcast from. I'm going to make it available, so one way or the other. So I discussed what I saw to be the turning points, what the Bulls needed, what the Bulls came up with, they improvised to be able to get past this region that has been very hard nut to crack within this last almost 3 months of consolidation. So right now I'll be delving into I made mention of the fact that the Bulls needed to topple this 45k, which seems to be like the upper boundary of this top side of the consolidation. So they failed to do that as at the close of last week, the close of the week that commenced on 1st August, 1st to 8th August. Let me go to the weekly time frame. That should be like the 2nd to 9th. Yes, that's the week of 2nd to 9th August. Yes, I'm gonna make this a bit bolder so you can see clearly. I'm not gonna alter any chart. Yeah, that was the week of 2nd to 9th August, of course. 2nd to 9th August. So we needed to close above, the Bulls needed to close above 45k on at least a daily closing basis, on at least a daily basis, which they failed to do as at the end of that week. So between 2nd and 9th August, the week between 2nd and 9th August, the Bulls failed to close the week, the day, nor the week above that region. And the following day, which was the start of the new week, on the 9th, they did that. It took them till the start of the new week, which was from the 9th, for them to do that. They failed to do it as the close of the previous week. Here it is. There was rejection. Immediately we got to that point to tell you how to lay more emphasis on as to how important that region has been. Let not be like I'm just the one making things up, but at least to show you that my analysis has been spot on, or to the grace of God. You can see there was an immediate rejection when we got to that point. So the Bulls failed to close the week, which ran from 2nd to 9th August, and then the moment we commenced the new week, which was the following day, we were able to do that on the 9th. Here's the 9th, and this happened with a big bullish engulfing pattern candle, which fully engulfed the previous red candle. From the inside, you can see it came well down. It was a well formed, like inch perfect bullish engulfing. 43.829. Yes, you can see it came down and engulfed. The low was below the low of the previous candle, and then the body was even the close was even above the high of the previous red candle, and then it was a very massive candle. So it came down into the territory, and then it closed back above it. So that was good. So that meant that the Bulls were in for serious business, and the level once again proved to be very, very key, as I've always highlighted within the past months. So this happened, and the Bears tried to do some sort of pullback, which has not been a serious tried to battle it within the week, a little bit of retracement back into the territory. The bulls were able to defend it the following day on a daily basis. Closed above 45 still on the following day, and then the bears were able to battle back. I'm sure this was some sort of sell-off, like profit taking of some sort. Volume was not very much encouraging, so when it seemed like the bears were like in control, and then the bulls did this again, another massive engulfing candle again, bullish engulfing candle again to the upside of almost 48k. So here is where we are currently. We are currently in so the close of the week of the day above 45k was also followed up by a weekly close. Here it is. The week also responded in like manner by closing above 45k. So when there's this progressive sequential close above a critical, a key level or region in the markets, that is required, either a close or a close above or below a region that is key to validate a trend in the markets. When there's a progressive and sequential close from smaller time frames to bigger time frames, it shows that yes, that validation is on course. It's in process, it's in progress, and it's likely to happen. That validation of that the validation of that trend is likely to happen. But if it's stalled at some point, if the bulls were unable to close above this on a weekly basis, then there's some sort of traffic and slow down, and then it's means that they're still having challenges trying to validate their uptrend. They're going to be stalled, and then they're going to be back to battling with consolidation and they're still struggling, unable to validate the trend. So okay, so currently now the bulls, the market is at a serious resistance, and I'm sure many people don't know this, but I need to educate the public as to why we are where we are currently and why it's currently a tough battle. So I'm sure you must have been expecting a sharp move to the upside, a spring of some sort, like of some sort to the upside. But this is why we are currently battling in the markets. So I'm going to take you down to to this. Here's why we're battling currently in the markets. So we are currently at resistance, and that resistance is what I refer to as excuse me. So I'm going to be educating you to the best of my ability. So here it is. I'm going to zoom in or zoom. I'm going to zoom out as much as possible so this can be very visible, but this is something that happened, or tracing back or going backward in time. So here it is. This is the area that signaled the start of a downtrend for Bitcoin, and what seemed to be like the start of a downtrend for majority of the marketplace. This is what caused Bitcoin to go further down south. This was one of the key signs that caused this major crash, and this what was the start of a downtrend for Bitcoin, and then it was followed up by this almost 3 month consolidation. So Bitcoin failed to make a higher low at this point. So this was the start of the start of the invalidation of the uptrend which Bitcoin was on currently. Bitcoin was in an uptrend, proper uptrend, forming higher highs and higher lows until it got to this point. The retracement was supposed to not go below this point, and then this happened. So this was the start of a down. This was the first sign of the start of a south side move, a market crash, which majority of us ignored at the time because we're carried away. We're too sentimental being too sentimental with bullish biases and all that crap. And then this happened, and then we were unable to make a higher high as well. So this was the second major sign, and then from here everything went down south. So why am I bringing you to telling you all this? It is because we're back to this very territory. So it's like you've hurt someone has hurt you before in the past, and you've come to meet that guy face to face. So there's going to be some sort of tension between you and the enemy. So this is like an enemy. This is the guy who actually stabbed Bitcoin in the face. This is the guy who actually messed with Bitcoin. He was the one who brought the problem. He was the enemy. He is the enemy. So Bitcoin has come back to face his worst enemy, his greatest fear. So this is what we're currently facing in the market. This is why there's this resistance at this point. So that place is kind of crucial. It's the critical level. It was expected that at this point we're going to have some sort of resistance. So just in case you're confused as to why things are not moving very fast as expected, like normal, as usual, they're not expected to. It's never going to be a straight line graph. Okay, so we're expected to meet some resistance at some points, and this is why we are having some resistance at this point. So this region is around, for me, it's between 47 and around 49k. So we are just in that territory as things stand now. So there's going to be some sort of resistance, but as you can see, it's not even as serious as we think, but more like in a choppy state, after which I think the bear right now are even scared are scared to try and short this, because the bulls are currently bullying the bears at the moment. So bulls are currently showing superior strength by back-to-back bullish engulfing candles, as you can see here. So it's a scary time. The bears are scared as fuck. These guys are really scared at the moment. You can see that bulls are making back-to-back bullish engulfing candles, and it's taking the bears days to try and even after 3 days of a bear rally. They're unable to, or 3 days of back-to-back bear rallies, they've been able to consecutive bear rallies, they've been able to engulf the bullish engulf, 1 day bullish engulfing. So you can see that the bears are scared to hell right now. It would be suicidal at this point to try and say you want to short this market. I know I've tried to do that even before this consolidation broke out, even during periods where we're at this point where we're not sure of a breakout, when it seemed like things were going to bounce back south. And I know how torrid and horrible it was for me. So at this point, when the bulls are doing this massive bullish engulfing candles, it's scary for the bears as it stands now. So as you can see, they've been rallying, but even after 3 days of rallying, they are barely half of this huge bullish engulfing candle. So it's crazy, it's suicidal to try. And you can see they are still, despite all the rallies, the market is still forming mini higher highs and higher lows. You can see even today, the high from today is higher than the previous day high, and then the low is also higher than the previous day low. So higher highs, mini higher highs and higher lows are still forming. So the bears are scared, the bulls are still in control, despite the fact that the bears are having a rally at this point. So you can see the volume is practically dead. It's been practically no significant volume happening. It's in a serious decrease in volume. So that means that's no significance. So it's whatever is happening in the bear market right now is it's not even worthy of a healthy pullback, of a healthy retracement. You can't even call this a swing low. So this is not even a swing low. So this is just we being choppy. People call it consolidation, but it's more like choppy. It just consolidation is a proper, when there's a proper rally, proper movement between a set boundary. But this is just being choppy, just being sideways. This is more like being sideways. Don't expect things to always be straightforward. So as it stands now, this is just what's happening. There's nothing serious happening in the market. We're just basically, most times, a period of choppiness or consolidation are usually times where the market is, it's a period of low volatility. So basically, after the whole choppiness or consolidation, there's usually a breakout, which could happen to the up or to the downside. So it's usually a period of accumulation or distribution from the markets, the whales to be specific, since they are the market maker. So basically, I think with this little volume, insignificant volume, I think the whales are not involved. I think it's just basically little sell-offs from we the retailers, you and I. So okay, so everything between here, even if the bears decide to, the market decides to do a proper sell-off, a proper try to do a proper retracement, a proper pullback, and maybe take profit properly. For now, there is nothing to be worried about. Even if they decide to fall back into this enemy territory, former enemy territory for the bulls, there's no cause for alarm until we start getting below 37.3, which seems to be like the end of the swing low, the major swing low here. This is swing low we have since this bull run from the downside. So this was when the retracement ended, and then this was the start of a new impulse move from the bulls. So whatever happens between here and here would be seen as retracement, like a healthy retracement, proper retracement, a major pullback. So things can only start getting ugly, and then there will only be a cause for alarm or a need for you to start panicking if you start going below 37.3, which is the end, seems to be like the end of the pull, the swing low and the end of the former pullback. So which, if things go below this 37.3, then we could be headed down south to even the 30k territory again. So at that point, I think it will be like game on again. So but for now, no cause for alarm. The bulls are still in control. The bears are scared as fuck, out to hell as fuck. So any retracement, summary, to sum it up all, any retracement to even, I think I've said that already, any retracement to even sub 45k, that is back into this territory, even down to this point, within the week, is allowed, but at least at the end of the week we should be able to close back above 45k. You know, the market can play around, but the bears, the bulls need to close back the market at least at the end of the week above 45k, you know, so as to show that they are still serious as to go higher up the ladder, you know. So because they have closed the day above 45k, they close the week above 45k, they need to keep up that momentum. They need to at least maintain that decorum, that momentum. They need to maintain that maintain this current foundation that they are laying. They need to keep laying it. They need to keep holding strong. They can't keep going up and down. They can't so it doesn't, so to show that they are serious, they need to keep up with a close, maintain a close above 45k, you know, because this 45k to me seems to be like not an uptrend, but this is the start of an uptrend. This is the foundation, not the start of an uptrend, but this is like the foundation. This is their best chance of, you know, getting back up. You know, I'm going to be doing a separate presentation as to what the bulls need to do to get back to an uptrend. Whatever is happening now is still not yet an uptrend, or not still back to an uptrend. I'm going to be doing that separately on another day. It's a topic for another day. I don't want to take, I've taken so much time already. So but this is like the foundation. They need to at least stay close, need to close above 45k or around 44k for them to have a real chance of a bounce back. 45k seems to be like the foundation on which an uptrend house or skyscraper can be built. So they need to keep staying above this on at least a daily and a weekly closing basis, not going in, breaking above and breaking back below again. That would seem like a false break, which at this point is not a good sign or fit for the bulls. So they need to keep up by laying a good foundation. Foundation matters. So that is it from me this week. I would love to, if you got value from this, please let me know in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share as well, and just remember that whatever I'm sharing here is for educational purpose and not to be treated as financial advice. Always remember, like I've always said before, that trading, whether it is crypto, forex, commodity stocks, or whatever financial instrument you may be trading, trading of financial instruments is a risky endeavor. So always endeavor to carry out your own research before entering any trade. So I wish you a very lovely week ahead. Trade SAFU, enjoy the greens while you still can. Don't try to short this market at this point. I know I said it's not financial advice, so but don't try it. This is, the bulls are looking so strong. I think I've made mention of that. So just be careful as you trade. Trade very safe. As you can see, the odds are doing very well at the moment. So despite the little struggle from the BTC, the odds are doing well. So trade Safu. May the bulls be with you. Have a lovely week ahead. God bless you all. Bye bye.